Trigger warning. Ghosts, ghouls, and gruesome stuff ahead. It's weird, it's dark, it's your kind of vibe.
Welcome to Haunted and Homicidal, the podcast where true crime meets the paranormal. I'm Lauren.
And I'm Courtney. Every week we uncover the terrifying, the twisted, and the totally unexplainable. Lock your doors and grab your sage.
Because things are about to get haunted and homicidal. So what's going on with you currently?
Wanting to be somewhere cold because it is too hot.
Yeah, like I think the heat index is like 110 today.
Ugh,
It's gross.
I don't like it.
With like 100% humidity.
I hate being hot. It sucks.
You are in the wrong state, my dear.
I know.
Yeah, complete wrong state. I hate being cold, so I'm in the perfect state, kind of.
I'm
Mostly, yeah.
hot-natured, so I hate being hot.
I'm not. I'm freezing. Like right this second, I am cold. And my house is set on 78.
How are you cold? And oh my god!
I don't know. I just
like part reptile.
Maybe. It's possible. It's possible. I don't know. I'm scaly. That's just because I don't have a good moisturizer, but close enough.
Get yourself a better moisturizer.
I don't moisturize. Like, I use a moisturizing body wash, but I don't do the lotion because my cats or my dog will lick it off of me.
That's true. So at that point, there's no point.
Yeah. I mean, even if I rub it in and it's like, you know, in the skin, any hair that's available is going to stick to me, and then I end up looking like a woolly mammoth. So,
if y'all hear little pitter patters, the dog.
I think she'll probably just, she'll just lay over there for a while until she hears something out there, and then she'll freak the fuck out, but it'll be okay. So we are going to get back into the Pazuzu Algarad case. This is going to be part 2.
His mother still pisses me off.
It's going to be just a part 2-er. This one's probably going to be much shorter than the last one because we're almost done. So we're going to focus right now on the arrest, the final arrest, and his sentencing. Finally. And then kind of like what they found in his home. It's really disturbing. So be mindful if you're listening and are triggered by animal abuse, death, sacrifice. There's a lot going on in his house. So yeah.
All I can think about when you say sacrifice is that scene from Finding Nemo. Shark bait.
Papa-doo. Yeah. Not as cool, but there is some sacrifice.
Every time I hear sacrifice, that's literally all I hear about is Finding Nemo. Is that scene. I don't know why.
And every time I think about that scene, all I think about is the one in the background that's just screaming the whole time. Oh, yeah, that one. He's my favorite. Okay, so in September 2014, a few years had gone by.
I graduated in 2014.
I had been graduated by 10 years at that point.
Well,
I graduated before he killed his first person.
Well,
I'm old, so let's keep that in mind moving forward. You know, like if the dementia starts to kick in or something, you know why.
Yeah. So if she repeats herself a few times, that is why. Also,
I'm just kind of dumb, so we're just gonna go with that. Okay, so September of 2014, a few years had gone by. With no leads, no anything on this case until leads started coming in again. And those leads led deputies to none other than Dixie Ross, the lady who we had talked about in the last episode that Matt Flowers was with at one point, that had told him everything that had happened, who had questioned Nate about, you know, if he'd ever thought about why the backyard looked so bumpy and lumpy. And the one who Amber allegedly told that she would slit her throat and bury her with Wetzler if she didn't come and help bury the body. Just to kind of catch you guys back up on who that was, because you might not remember. It's been a week. So in late September of 2024, the deputies said all the information started coming in there at one time.
Did you say 2024?
I'm sorry, 2014, not 2024, because he died well before last year.
Okay. Just clearing that up.
2014, 2014. Okay. So all the information started coming in there at one time. So we pieced it together, prepared the search warrant, and looked at the previous search warrant. And when Ross told deputies that Birch had texted her to come over to the Nob Hill home in early October of 2009.
That's a good way to say 2009.
It was close. I was trying to get through it, but you wouldn't let me do it.
Nope.
I'm called out. Okay.
Hell yeah.
When she got to the home, Birch had told her, smiling, "I just did my first." It would later prove to be the homicide of Tommy Dean Welch. So this basically is saying that Amber did not kill Josh, but she did kill Tommy.
She's crazy, dude.
She was there both times, but this seems like she pulled the trigger on him.
And
whereas,
the fact that she's so happy about it.
I'm gonna put pictures up of all of these people on the Facebook because it's creepy. But when you see them and hear about all the stuff that happened and how they were living, you'll be like, yeah, that checks.
Okay.
Yeah, so we'll have the pictures. I'll show you the pictures before we put them on the Facebook, though.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, we're not going to wait that long for you to see shit. Anyway, it would later prove to be the homicide of Tommy Dean Welch. Dixie Ross, now in fear of her life, did help Birch dig a hole. She was looking for an excuse to stop, so she told Amber that her shoes, which were sandals, were falling off while she was jumping on the shovel trying to dig the hole. So Amber took off her own shoes, gave them to Dixie, and then put on Tommy Dean's shoes, the dead man's shoes.
Oh my gosh.
And then she started singing, "I'm wearing a dead man's shoes," over and over and over again, just like a sing-song, like child-esque sounding music thing that she thought was a good idea.
She lost her ever-loving mind.
I'm kind of starting to think that they didn't begin with one.
Probably not.
So they didn't have much to lose at that.
With all the drugs and everything, probably not.
Yeah. But 4 days after Dixie came and gave her testimony, deputies got their second search warrant for the Algarad home. After arresting Algarad and Amber, the investigators spent days digging through and collecting every shred of evidence they could inside and outside of the home. The investigators had to use self-contained breathing apparatuses to go inside and had 24/7 deputy presence around the home to prevent anyone from entering that wasn't supposed to be there, like to destroy evidence or contaminate evidence. Mainly because there were so many people at that home, like on the daily. So they had to have police presence there to prevent people from going in and doing any kind of damage to whatever evidence they were able to collect. And regarding the possibility of being caught for his crimes, Matt Flowers said that Pazuzu had stated at one point, "I can never be caught and I can never be knocked out." Well, Matt stated two things. I knocked him the fuck out and the detectives caught him.
Ha, ha, ha.
So
in your face.
I really like Matt.
Way to go, Matt.
Watch, for those of you listening, if you want to watch the documentary that I watched, it's called The Evil You Know. It is not free. It's like $5-ish on Amazon Prime. I can give you my login or we can watch it after this. It's very interesting. Yeah, it's very interesting. And I got a lot of my information from there because basically what it is there was this investigative reporter or journalist who wanted to get to the bottom of what happened, why the community took so long to do something about this guy.
Like, seriously, though.
And that's like the big thing. So he was able to reach out to all of these people, friends. You don't see Cynthia but once or twice in the documentary, and that's after talking to Stacy, the first man's ex-wife or ex-girlfriend. She doesn't take any accountability then either. So they do call the stepdad, and he's like, "I don't want no fucking part of this," and just hung up on him.
I mean, he was like 6
young.
when the stepdad
He was
left,
young,
so
you know,
stepdad's
but
like, I don't give a crap.
No, I mean, I think the only reason he called was because they weren't getting any kind of straight answers out of Cynthia.
Of course not, because she's freaking loco too.
Right. And so I think he was just trying to kind of piece together the earlier childhood, and kind of figure out from his perspective how he was when he was younger. But he did not want to talk. So, I mean, I can't say I really would want to either. What is she doing?
She's just standing here.
Oh, I hear her licking in the microphone.
Oh, yeah, she's licking my hand.
October 5th of 2014, when investigators unearthed the skeletal remains of two people in Algarad's backyard, both in shallow graves, the sheriff's department officially charged Pazuzu Algarad and Amber Birch with murder.
Hell yeah.
Both were charged with 1 count each of murder and accessory to the fact of murder. Both were placed in the Forsyth County Detention Center with no bond. The remains were taken to the Wake Forest Baptist Medical Center for examination, and they were identified as Joshua Frederick Wetzler, who was 37 at the time of his death, and Tommy Dean Welch, who was 36. The deputies also unearthed animal bones, and code enforcement officers reported the presence of animal cages with carcasses, hundreds of dead and living flies, and decayed animal parts and remains inside and outside of the home.
Did they say what animals they were, or just animals?
Yeah, they do. And we'll get to that later when we kind of go through what they found inside the home. October 6th of 2014, Crystal Matlock, you remember she was the one that was with Alan Billings, who had the other girlfriend,
wife.
Yeah.
Crazy lady.
Yeah. She was arrested in connection with the investigation and was charged with accessory after the fact of murder. At one point while he was in custody, he attempted suicide by trying to use his sharpened teeth to bite through his arm while in the Forsyth County Detention Center. And then he was transferred to Central Prison in Raleigh.
Say it right. Raleigh.
Okay, well, I have Riley and then Raleigh. It's similar. For safekeeping and suicide watch. You had that look on your face. What do you want to say? I could see that, just like the wheels turning. You had something.
Just, that would take a hot minute to, like, claw with your teeth through your arm.
If y'all don't know what's happening, she's looking at her arm, trying to figure out how the hell this happened. She's stretching her arm out and pointing at it and just looking like, I don't know. They just said, but again, like I said in part 1, they said he had his teeth filed down, but in the autopsy report after his death, it doesn't indicate that.
They just wanted to put him somewhere else, probably?
I don't know. I mean, but everybody, friends, family, everybody said that he filed his teeth down. His mom said it happened while he was high on meth, or one of his friends, somebody said it, that he did have that. Like, that's one thing that all the friends and family were kind of in agreement on, was that he had filed down teeth, but it does not indicate that in his autopsy report.
That doesn't make sense.
Yeah, it's really confusing. But a safekeeping order is executed when a prisoner is considered to be a danger to themselves, other prisoners, or prison staff. And unfortunately, that order was sealed from the public, so they really couldn't get a whole lot of information about the exact details of why he was under that order, other than he, quote unquote, tried to bite his arm to get to a blood vessel.
He was crazy.
There's that. There's definitely that. On October 15th of 2015, Pazuzu wrote his final letter to his mom. It said, "Mom, Shakamuku," which means what's up in Arabic. Shakamuku. Yeah.
That's okay.
It means what's up in Arabic. What? He's weird. Anyway, he says, "I'm so bored. Got a letter from you and one from Amber. I despise the human race. People are ugly and pointless creatures. I sit back and watch them and they anger me."
Wait, wasn't Amber in jail? So how was she writing him a letter?
They can still write each other in jail.
I would not allow that with those two.
Yeah. I mean, I wouldn't either, but you can do that. So, I mean, people are ugly and pointless creatures. I sit back and watch them and they anger me. Same. People anger me, yes, but I'm like not going to go to that point, you know? He goes on to say, "I should get a medal for murdering these stupid expletive deleted, probably like fuckers or something like that." But the transcript just says expletive deleted. He said, maybe when I'm dead, the gods of chaos shall grant me the power. So how's things your way? When are you and Kim coming to see me again? Well, I'm hungry and tired, so I'll write you here again soon. I love you. I don't know who Kim is. This is the only time there is a Kim mentioned in all of the documents, the research, and the documentary. This was the only time Kim was mentioned. So I don't know if it was a friend or I don't know.
Okay.
2 days later, he was dead.
Oh, nice.
So October 17th, his death was ruled a suicide. The cause was severe blood loss from a deep wound to a major vessel in his left arm, assuming he again tried to chew through his arm. Some reports say that he had like a razor blade or like a makeshift shank or something. Because again, the autopsy report does not indicate that he had sharpened teeth.
Can't you get those molds that like with the sharp teeth?
Yeah, I mean, you could get like veneers that have the sharp teeth, like
so
fake teeth.
Maybe he like wore those and that's what people saw.
I mean, possibly. I don't know how popular that was in 2006.
I have no idea.
But I mean, I don't know. Let's see. On March 9th of 2017, Amber Birch pled guilty to second-degree murder, armed robbery, and accessory after the fact to murder. She was sentenced to a minimum of 30 years and 8 months in prison with a maximum of 39 years and 2 months. On June 5th, 2017, Crystal Matlock pleaded guilty to conspiracy and accessory after the fact of first-degree murder. She was sentenced to a minimum of 3 years and 2 months with a maximum of 4 years and 10 months. So that was 2017. So she is out. She's out roaming the streets right now. Nobody really knows how many crimes Pazuzu actually committed during his life, or if there were actually any other murders, because he did brag a lot to his friends about committing a lot of murders, but there was never any evidence, you know. So many rumors circulated around his arrest, like having a split tongue, which he did not, and that he met 2 prostitutes in 2 different locations and ate both of them. There was only one source. Well, I'm lying. There was not just one source. There was several sources, but it was actually televised that he found prostitutes and ate them. Yeah.
Like on the on what you watched, or?
Yeah, like it was real. Like they played episodes of the news broadcasts from when this happened. And there was a lady that talked about him getting prostitutes and eating them, but there was never any proof. You know, no missing persons. That was just kind of a rumor. Rumor mills, you know, especially in that kind of community, they just kind of, it probably wouldn't be out of the realm that something that may have happened, but there is no evidence to prove that it did. All the search warrants were sealed for this case, leading investigative reporters to believe that the police were trying to hide something about the search or their lack of action for the years prior to the arrests. So normally things like this become public record.
Yeah.
For some reason, they were not. And I think in the documentary, they were kind of petitioning the court or the police department to unseal those records so they could kind of see what's going on with the warrants.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I don't know. So they basically called his house the House of Horrors for the things that happened inside and what they found when they finally did get that second warrant and arrest him. There was a sign on the door to the house, and it said, "No gang members allowed. Anyone that dresses the same, has the same badge, and calls themselves the authority of the land they did not create, they only seized through terrorism, has no permission to enter this land unless you are a native, since this is their land. Since this is the First Amendment of your fake laws, for we see you are guilty until proven innocent. If you can make laws, so can we. So be it."
The man is white, and he's going to sit there saying native.
Well, the only people that he's saying are allowed to come to that house or do anything at all in America are Native Americans, because they were here first. The land was stolen from them. So he's basically saying they're the only people who have authority.
Okay.
I mean, he's not wrong.
He's not wrong.
But, I mean, this was
the fact that he made a whole sign about that on his door.
It's handwritten, too. I'll post pictures of that on the Facebook as well. But, yeah, it was handwritten. I'll have pictures of all this stuff on there. It's crazy. Algarad is said to have only bathed once a year.
Ew.
Yeah. And had not brushed his teeth in several years. He believed that personal hygiene, quote unquote, stripped the body of its defenses and warding off infection and illness.
How'd his teeth not fall out with all the drugs and not brushing his teeth?
I mean, and being filed down to points, I would think that would make them less strong, right? I would think, because it takes away the structural integrity.
He should have lost his teeth.
Yeah. I mean, I really don't know how many teeth he had, but however many he had, he didn't brush them. He didn't take care of them.
That's gross.
Yeah, it's pretty yucky. Algarad spent his days making animal sacrifices as offerings to his favorite demons, drinking blood, and having orgies in his home. He was well liked by many, particularly females, and was sleeping with a lot of them. Even though he had Crystal and Amber, he had sex slaves, more or less.
The fact that anyone would want to with him only bathing once. Oh my gosh.
Wait until you hear how his house was. Like, I don't understand how people would even go in there. It's rough. Buckle up, Buttercup, because it's about to get...
My eyes already twitching.
Yeah, it's bad. Very similar to Charles Manson, which we mentioned earlier in the first episode. Pazuzu drew others who felt socially excluded, drew them towards him, and encouraged them to engage in debauchery, which debauchery isn't a bad thing. Just, don't hurt anybody while you're doing it. He is said to have controlled his followers and friends with subtle manipulation. So he was a narcissist.
That sounds
a sociopath.
That sounds about right.
Yeah. Algarad's home became a hub for those outcasts and misfits. I can't. They could come and stay for as long as they wanted, which, I mean, hey, that sounds cool. Like, you don't want to be at your house. You just want somewhere to hang out. You could be there.
I mean, that was pretty much our house. Like, everyone was at our house.
Yeah, this was not your house.
I know, but I'm just saying.
I know, but I'm telling you, this was not your house.
I would hope it was my house.
I don't think I've ever known anybody who had a house like this. It was like an extreme hoarding situation, but way worse.
Oh,
it's bad. Yeah. Okay. Activities in the home included self-harm, drinking the blood of birds, performing rabbit sacrifices, doing copious drugs, and staging orgies. So remember...
What the heck did them rabbits and them birds do to them?
You remember when you asked what kind of animals they were finding?
Yes.
It was bird bodies, cat bodies, dog bodies, rabbit bodies.
That's so sad.
The dogs and cats, I don't think were sacrificed. They were just his animals that died, and he just tossed them out in the backyard, buried them. Animals. Now the bunnies and the birds, and he killed those and drank their blood.
Those poor animals.
The house was in dire condition. There was trash everywhere, animal carcasses, and blood and feces smeared on the walls and floors. It was dark and full of decay, satanic messages, swastikas, so that tells you pretty much everything you need to know. And pentagrams painted all over the property.
How can you breathe with all that feces and everything?
That's the thing. I don't know.
Because, like, wasn't that... Okay. Doesn't all that make you sick? Like, if you breathe, like, a lot of that in?
It should, yeah.
What the hell?
It should... you should be sick. Pneumonia at the very least. Especially with the feces, and that's why when the investigators went in and started collecting the evidence, they were having to wear breathing masks. Hazmat suits. Yeah, they were in the documentary. You see them walking out with like the white and yellow hazmat suits completely covered. Their shoes, like the pant legs taped to their shoes or their ankles so nothing could get in. It was...
I wouldn't want anything to get in either.
Yeah, it was bad. And like you see from the police point of view, like their body cam, you see everything and it is wild.
And the fact his mom lived with...
Yeah, and then that was like the thing. It was only the downstairs that was like that. The upstairs was like pristine. Like nobody lived there. because only his mom lived there. They lived downstairs in the living room, I believe, and they used the living room and the basement. Yeah, it's a 2-story house.
Oh, okay.
So they lived in the bottom section, and she took the top, and it said that the top was clean, but they don't show any of that in the documentary that I watched. But that's what they're basically saying. Because I thought the same thing. I was like, how is his mom living in that? All that filth, that nastiness.
Because the smell would still go up.
I would think, yeah.
She still would have been able to smell it.
Yeah, I would think so. Like, and imagine her having to go work whatever her job was. I don't know. I don't know. Gross. But apparently the top floor, her area was kept clean.
That's gross.
It's pretty disgusting.
I can't even stand my room being dirty.
Yeah, no. I mean, I have like depression, and sometimes it gets a little difficult to maintain. Like, to me right now, my house is a disaster. Don't look at me like that.
I'm not doing.
You're looking at me like I'm fucking crazy. My kids think I'm crazy. I know my house is clean.
Yeah.
I know my house is clean. My walls are clean. My floorboards, my floors, everything is clean. Like,
well, besides Misha's drool.
He put the towel down.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, he cleaned that up. That's cleaned up. That's so gross. I don't know how she has that much drool in her mouth, but she does.
Her mouth's not even that
no,
big of a head.
She sits there and cries at the gate, and it just pours out of her face, and it goes halfway down. That's a long hallway.
That is a long hallway.
She's just blah, 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 everywhere. Thank God I don't have carpet.
That's true, because that would be terrible.
I would die, but I would never be in a house that had carpet, ever. I don't do carpet. Carpet, in my opinion, is disgusting.
My apartment has carpet.
I could not do it. It is disgusting. It doesn't matter how many times you go over with the carpet cleaner, that water still comes up brown. Harbors bacteria. Oh, it's making my stomach turn. Carpet, that's a no-no for me. And another no-no for me is in like a shared bathroom, like a guest bathroom.
Yeah.
Hand towels for people to dry their hands on. It grosses me the fuck out. I have to have paper towel in there. One use, throw that shit away. I don't care how much that's going to cost. Hand towels that are shared, even by family, grosses me the fuck out.
That makes sense.
It causes so much anxiety when I go to people's houses and they have hand towels and no paper towel. I come out like this with my hands up, dropping water everywhere. And I'm like, do you got a paper towel? There's a hand towel in there. Absolutely the fuck not, because I can't be sure the person before me washed their hands properly.
Yeah.
And I'm not like a germaphobe, but since COVID, that shit grosses me out.
Yeah.
It just,
That makes sense, though.
Other people are like, well, I don't see a problem. You don't see a problem with that? I don't know when that was last washed. If it's in your house, I don't know when that was last washed. I don't know if somebody accidentally used it to wipe their butt with.
Ew.
Or their front butt.
Their front butt.
I don't know. It's gross. I mean, that would be like them having hand sanitizer or a hand towel in their bathroom at this house.
Oh, I would. I hope not. Oh, God.
I couldn't do it. No.
Oh.
And stuff like reading stuff like this is the reason I can't.
Yeah.
Cannot.
It's a good thing we buy bulk and paper towels.
I do. I go to Sam's and it's like a 30 pack for like $20. Mm-hmm. I go through them, but
I take them for Mom when because she buys the bulk. So I take a whole bunch.
I buy the bulk toilet paper and the bulk paper towel. Anyway, let's get back to the story. The kitchen sink had no proper drainage. There were buckets under the sink that collect water and food debris, and you see that in the video. He opens the bottom of the cabinet, and there's just this big, like, 5-gallon white painter's bucket. That's what I call it, like the big...
Yeah, because that's pretty much what it is.
The bucket that's, like, right outside the door in the kitchen that has all the rice in it.
Yeah.
Like one of those big 5-gallon buckets. And it was, like, you could see, like... water and like grease and food, and
because who knows how often they clean that out.
Right. I mean, it would have to be often enough because it didn't look like it was all over the floor or in the cabinet or anything. And compared to the rest of the house, the kitchen was pretty clean.
That's a shocker.
Yeah, it was pretty clean. There was what the police called an altar room, quote unquote.
Well, Mom would have had to use the kitchen too, wouldn't she?
Yeah, I would think so.
So that's probably why it was clean.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know, man. Like, if that were my house, and I don't give a shit who you are, my kid, if I pushed you out myself, you are not turning my house into a disaster. You can ask my kids if they even have one sock misplaced on the floor, I freak out. Because that's not where it goes. Stop being lazy.
It's like 2 feet from the laundry basket. Just throw it in.
I don't even want to talk about that. The other day, I literally had to go into their room and ask them why there was clothes all over the floor next to the hamper.
It's
like it was touching the hamper. Touching it.
Wow.
And Riley's like, I didn't know there was a hamper in there. And I'm like, son,
are you blind?
You put the clothes right next to the hamper. What do you mean you didn't know it was in there? Well, I didn't know. I said, you know now.
Does Riley need
Go
glasses
pick your clothes
too?
up. He has glasses.
Oh.
Yes. He wears glasses. No, Riley just doesn't care. I mean, he just doesn't care. He doesn't pay attention to anything. But now I reference Pazuzu. I'm like, you are not turning my house into Pazuzu's, okay? And they look at me like, the fuck are you talking about?
Make them watch the video.
They have no clue. I need to. I'll be like, look, this
is what happens.
Yeah. Like, I don't want to find no dead animals, which, I mean, there are no animals to be dead, but.
Nope.
Anyway, the police found what was called an altar room that was so nasty that they had to get the fire department to come around the house and break open the windows just so they could get extra air in there.
Oh, wow.
There was video of that, too.
Okay.
It's, I mean, like I said, it's like a hoarding situation, but way worse. Dave, again, crazy Dave Adams, said people would come to Pazuzu's house because it was free reign. There were no rules, no anything that you had to abide by.
Bad idea right there.
Yeah, you could piss in his carpet. You could smash a TV. You could hit somebody in the head with a beer bottle. You could throw a knife at his wall, and it didn't matter. And he did say that he was in the kitchen one time, and Pazuzu had opened the dishwasher, and there was like a shit ton of serious weapons in there, like AK-47s. And
he kept them in the dishwasher? Mm-hmm. I really wish someone would have just turned on the dishwasher.
I mean, I don't think it would have worked, because if the sink didn't work, the sink's usually attached to the dishwasher. That's how it goes in and out. So if the sink wasn't working, I think maybe that's why a lot of people use the dishwasher for storage.
Oh, that makes sense.
I don't remember who it was, some celebrity, and they use their dishwasher for snacks.
Snacks?
Mm-hmm. Like chips, and, you know, they use the trays to put chips and...
See, we barely used our dishwasher. We'd always hand wash, so like even now I still I hand wash. I barely use a dishwasher.
I don't like to hand wash because I like to have counter space. And if I have a dish drain on my counter, it stresses a lot of things stress me out, okay? Okay, it stresses me out, number one.
Well, you don't have a lot of counter space anyway to begin with.
Right, I don't. So it takes up a lot of space. But on top of that, it would leak all over the counter, even though it's not supposed to. That lip's supposed to drain into the sink, but it didn't. It leaked all over my counter. So I'd go put something down and it would be wet. And, you know, so then I would have to put a towel under it. And the towel...
Did you not have the drain thingy with like a...
Yeah, it has the lip that's supposed to go into the sink. Like, it drains it off into the sink. And it just wasn't working properly. So it was all over my counter. And you put a towel under it, and I realized that I have the same problem with that I do with hand towels in the bathroom. Bacteria, grossness. I just can't do it. I don't like wet things just sitting around. I don't like it. Like, he'll take a shower, throw the towel on the floor.
Ew.
I'll take a shower, I'll hang it up because it's still a clean towel.
You hang it
You're
up.
clean.
You don't throw it on the floor because at that point it's dirty.
It's dirty. But he puts it
it
on the floor to step on it for whatever. Because, okay, so let me... I have the same problem with bath mats that I have with hand towels. Okay.
Get you a plastic bath mat.
I want the one where you step on it and it's white, and when you step on it with wet feet, it turns red. Yeah, the bloody one.
I see that on Temu all the time.
But again, bacteria.
Just put plastic over it.
Even if you wash it, like, it freaks me out. It really causes problems for me. So I don't like it. Okay. Like, I just don't.
I'm gonna get you a plastic one for your birthday.
But we'll slip. I will slip, man.
Yeah, with you'll slip. Never mind.
I'll slip and fall and die. So I shower with my flip flops on.
I mean, a lot of people do that.
Yeah,
especially like camping and everything.
Well, I'm not camping.
Well,
I clean my bathtub like once a week, but I don't like things on my feet. I'm really weird about my feet.
I don't like people touching my feet.
I don't like people touching my feet. I don't like things on my feet. So if I'm wearing socks, you know something's up. I had to put socks on the other day because I was so cold in here. But I don't like feet, and I don't like the texture of a tub on my feet. So I wear flip-flops. So I don't really have to worry about a bath mat.
Yeah.
But again, it grosses me out. Okay?
Make him wear flip-flops.
This whole house grosses me out. And again,
you would not have been able to set foot in that house. You would have just burned it down and just been like,
jumped out that open window.
You would have just said screw it and just burned the whole thing down.
I would have. But we do have good news as far as that's concerned a little bit later.
It does burn down?
No, it doesn't burn down.
Oh, dang it.
No, it doesn't burn down. But Nate Anderson from part 1 basically said, you're greeted with the smell of just ammonia and urea. It smells like straight urine and rotting matter before you even get in the home, like when you're on the property. So like you said, like, doesn't that permeate?
How do neighbors not smell? Oh.
And that's the thing. Like, I don't know if I never found really any neighbors who were interviewed about any of this. They were interviewed after.
Because they probably didn't want to be interviewed.
I know, we'll get to it, but I know at least one of the neighbors knew what was going on because the police went over there.
Oh.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, why did it take years?
The fact that so many people could have stopped this if they had just said something.
Yeah. Or the police believed it, you know,
but
instead of just like the rumor mill. This was like true shit that they were hearing, you know, and they didn't do anything.
The mother, the neighbors, like someone could have, like, y'all could have done your.
So that's like one of the things that I find a lot in doing the research for these murder episodes is the police department dropped the ball almost all of the time.
I'm surprised he didn't live in Durham.
Where's that?
It's by Raleigh, but it's considered Gulfport, like how Gulfport is here.
I don't like it.
Yeah.
Anyway, in April of 2015, the county's Housing and Community Development Department condemned the home after a code officer visited the property, calling the home unfit for human habitation.
Of course, he like completely ruined it.
So, like, here's the thing again. They went to his home with that first search warrant after they reported the first murder. Why was nothing done then? Why was it... the house was like this forever. So why did they not...
Maybe they just thought that they were just dirty people.
But at some point, that should become a welfare concern.
That should have.
Yeah, like it should have been condemned then.
Because that, you know, definitely is not livable. What are they doing?
I think they're getting a snack.
Your kids are always hungry.
Yeah, I know.
Well, doesn't help that Benjamin and London are like twigs.
Benjamin eats more than anybody. It is.
He's a twig.
It is insane. He eats so much.
That's that metabolism.
Yeah.
Because Drew had that. Like when he was little, like he twig, but he would eat so much. Like it went nowhere. I was so jealous.
Yeah, he eats frequently, and that's why my bill is going to be a lot cheaper in a month when school is in session.
Woohoo!
But
the one good thing of school.
Yeah, I mean, because they don't really bother me during the summer. They just pretty much stay in their room or go outside and get on the tree swing thing or eat all the popsicles and ice cream. That deep freeze outside on the porch was full of ice cream like 2 or 3 weeks ago. There's like 4 popsicles left.
Ice cream sounds good right now.
I don't think there's any ice cream in there. I think it's Bomb Pops.
Or what?
Bomb Pops.
The fuck are those?
The red, white, and blue.
Oh, those things. Those
yeah.
things. I don't really do popsicles.
That's all that's in
there
there
right now. I don't like
now.
that stuff on my teeth.
They ate, man, let me tell you, oh my God. We are so off topic, but
we have squirrel moments. We apologize.
When my family came over for the 4th of July weekend, my brother got like one, like the Flintstones push pops or whatever.
Oh, yeah.
I didn't care that he got it, but he got it. And he walked inside and looked me dead in my eye and ate it with his front teeth. Yeah, I was really stressed out. So I ended up closing my eyes and just feeling my way around the house because I couldn't watch him do it. It stressed me out.
It's like, that hurts my teeth.
Yeah, they thought it was hilarious. I did not. I didn't think it was funny. And mind you, my brother is 31. He just turned 31 in March. So it's not like he's 12, 14. He's a grown ass man doing this shit. It stressed me out. Yeah. So grown ass fucking people. Anyway.
Oh, my teeth hurt just thinking
I
about
know,
it.
right? The department director, Daniel Cornelius, said that there was lots of mold and trash found inside the home, and feces were found on the floor and on the walls. It was unknown if it was human or animal.
Probably both.
Yeah. I mean, based on what everybody says about what people were doing inside of that home, I would probably say both. The property would be sold back to the bank 3 different times. But at 8:45 a.m. on April 24th, 2015, so 10 years ago, a little over 10 years ago, the walls were torn down as neighbors erupted in cheers, a track hoe flattening the home piece by piece. That was really the only time that the neighbors spoke out about what happened.
So it got demolished.
Yeah, and that's, I mean, when I tell you they had like a picnic, they had a picnic.
They had a picnic watching this?
In the video, they had like a table set up with like the picnic table covers with food and drinks. And they were like literally cheering when this place was being torn down. If they known it was, I mean, and that's like the thing. Like, how do you not know? Number one, how do you not know? And number two, if you do know, how do you not report it?
Exactly.
Constantly. There were years between the last report of the murder and then when Dixie decided, hey, it's time for me to go tell somebody something.
And then gonna sit there and have a party when they demolish the house. Like,
yeah, I mean, I would party too, for sure. Especially like if I didn't know while it was happening. But I don't know how someone who knew what was happening and didn't do everything that they could can sleep at night knowing that 2 people were murdered in that house.
Because if it's a community, the houses are gonna be like super close.
They are. In fact,
so you'll be able to hear pretty much everything.
Yeah. And in fact, the houses were so close that the neighbor, when they went over there, they could see from their back porch straight across the fence into his yard. Clear as day. It wasn't like miles away. It was like as close as my house is to this next house. And from their back deck, they could see directly into his yard. So how 2 different times, maybe 3 different times, did they not see them burying a body? Because they would have had to have reburied Josh.
It's like, I get they probably were scared of like something happening to them, but at the same time, like you could have not anonymously.
I would be more scared not to report it.
Exactly, because you never know. You might be next.
Right.
Like, the hell?
Or your kid, or your brother, or your friend, anybody that's on the street. Yeah, for fucking sure. For fucking sure. I just...
Because if my dog ends up missing, I'm going to show up to your house.
I mean...
I don't care.
It's fucking crazy, man. Like, I literally do not even... I don't get it. I don't get it. And especially with the religious community, and you know how nosy people like that tend to be. I don't know.
That's just crazy.
I mean, and like the neighbors did say, oh, we knew the house was dark and a lot of demonic energy coming from there and evil.
At that point, you should have called a priest, exorcist. Holy water.
Call somebody. See something, say something, but they saw something and looked the other way. So they're, in my opinion, they're just as guilty. They're complicit, in my opinion. But who the fuck am I, you know? Cynthia and her ex-husband, who still co-owned the property, had been given a 30-day deadline to make the repairs needed to the home in order to save it, but they didn't.
Of course not. She's not going to admit her son did anything.
No, and I think she just kind of wanted to be done with it and rid of it, so she went and lived somewhere else. And then, of course, John, the ex-husband, he was still on the property deed, the loan or whatever.
Yeah.
He didn't want nothing to do with it either. You know, he's like, do what the fuck ever. I don't give a shit. It's not my house.
He's like, I left them when he was 6.
Yeah, it's like, I left them 20, 25 years ago. You know, it's not my problem. Y'all figure it out.
Not my problem no more.
Which I can't blame him, because if that were me.
Oh, Misha's over there.
Yeah, I'm trying not to roll over her foot.
I thought she was laying in her bed this entire time.
I thought she was too, and I just looked down. She's over here by me. She's not gonna... You're in here, so she's not gonna leave me too far away.
No.
But
she's gonna be my best friend, though.
If you keep giving her treats, she will be.
Oh, hell yeah.
The surrounding neighbors, like I said, had a block party, complete with picnic food and celebration while the home was being demolished. They believe that the dust that was coming out of the dwelling was all of the evil spirits and bad happenings being released, and now their neighborhood could go back to the quiet and safe neighborhood it had been prior to the murders.
I bet that's a lie right there.
So again, they knew bad stuff was happening in this home. Like, why? It floors me. Like, why didn't they try harder?
Like, all of this could have been dealt with years before it got to
the murders. Yeah, exactly. I mean, and that's it's stressful.
Between them and his mother. Oh, my eyes twitching.
So I kind of looked up, like, what are they doing now?
Yeah.
Obviously, he is rotting away in a grave.
Of course.
Exactly where he deserves to be. Hopefully his soul is not at rest, not at peace. He is forever reminded of all of the evil, horrible things that he did. And let me say, I am not a religious person. I'm spiritual, but I'm not religious. But I do believe in the afterlife, and I do believe in your souls either finding peace or not, depending on how you lived your life. And I hope he is finding absolutely zero peace in his afterlife.
I wouldn't see why he would.
Absolutely zero. But ever since the arrest and the conviction of her son, Cynthia has largely remained out of the public eye. She has not been charged with any crimes related to the murders committed by her son.
She should have been an accessory.
She should have been.
Just because she freaking knew.
She was there. She didn't pull the trigger. She didn't see them get shot. She saw the aftermath, but she was there and actively chose to do nothing. Well, I mean, she chose to go to work and ignore it, but she chose to do nothing.
It's like, I get it's your kid, but at the same time, like, what he's doing is not okay.
Okay, that's your kid. But Josh was somebody's kid.
Exactly.
Tommy was somebody's kid. How would you as a mother feel if someone else's parent knew they murdered your child and you did nothing about it?
Exactly.
I mean, I love my kids and I will fight to the end of the earth and I will kill for them.
If you did in a towel.
I mean...
punch.
Hiya! I'm not scared of people, okay? He was way bigger than me. 6'3", 4', 200, 300 pounds. I don't care. You do not get in my kid's face. I will fuck you up and I will stand on that ground. But if my kid commits some kind of crime like that, they can't run to me. I will not protect them. I will help them make the right decision and I will visit them in prison and, you know, I'll make sure they've got money on their books, but I'm not going to lie for my kid. I'm not going to hide my kid. I'm just, and people can feel how they want to feel about that, but I have to look at it from a mother's perspective, because if someone else's child killed mine and they did nothing about it, I would be livid.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. She's not been charged with any crimes despite being present in the home during both incidents and doing nothing about either of them until years later.
She still didn't do anything.
No, she didn't.
Dixie's the one that turned him in.
Dixie, Matt, you know, yeah.
Everyone but her.
Yeah. Amber Birch remains incarcerated in North Carolina and is currently housed at the North Carolina Correctional Institution for Women in Raleigh. Raleigh. I'm just going to have a southern accent on it. I can't help it. Raleigh. I need to like put in parentheses how to pronounce that, because I'm going to say Riley because
Raleigh.
I'm southern and my kid's name is Riley, even though it's spelled different, but it's just going to be Raleigh. That's just how I'm going to say it. We're just going to have to get over that fact. It's just going to happen. Just let it happen. With her potential release date of May 20th of 2045, so in 20 years, assuming she serves the full term of her sentence. As of now, there have been no reports of parole hearings or sentence reductions. And Crystal Matlock, like I had said in part 1, she only had to serve up to like 4 months or 4 years and 2 months. So she's been out since 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, about 2021 at the latest. She presumably finished her sentence and has been released. However, there is no publicly available information to confirm this or provide her current whereabouts and activities. If I were her, I would be definitely staying under the radar.
Yes, most definitely.
For sure. But that is the end of part 2 of Pazuzu Algarad. It is a very disturbing story. You know, not super high profile, but high profile enough to where I had heard about this years ago. You know, and I'm not in North Carolina, but
I'm definitely have to ask my parents if they've heard about that.
Yeah, and I want you to ask them and report back next time. Because it's interesting that for things that happen, like, you know, in that area, you were too young to know about it probably, but your parents might remember. I mean, they might not, but I mean, it was national news.
And the fact that it's not really that far from where we were anyway.
And it wasn't that long ago. I mean, y'all were there during that time, huh?
Yeah, because I graduated in 2014. Yeah, because we didn't move here until let's see, I did community college for a year, and then we moved down here, so probably like 2016, I think.
Yeah. So, it's crazy.
We've been here this long.
But I'm gonna show you some of the pictures, because I want to get your response on the pod. Okay, so we're gonna look at him first after the body modification.
Big stretch. Come here so I can fix your ear. Your ear's turned upside down. Come here.
Okay, so that's him after
Oh my God.
That's him after the tattoos. And like, he doesn't smile in any of his pictures, so you really can't see whether or not he is actually with filed down teeth or not.
Teeth or not.
Yeah. So hold on, let me.
Do you have it before the modification picture?
Yeah, I'm getting there. And like I said, boy band.
That's definitely boy band. Like,
he looks like Nick Carter.
He does. See,
yeah, sorry, Nick Carter. Like, I'm not trying to say you like a murderer or anything, but he's just got that.
He's got the
cute
boy band
vibe.
And then the other picture, no.
And then he turned. I mean, even like later, he's still not bad looking.
Oh, with the dreadlocks.
Yeah, with the dreads, he's not bad looking. He's got all these tattoos on him, and it says Satan. And for his mom to be like, he doesn't worship the devil. Like,
yes,
who is Satan?
Because having Satan really big on your forearm totally doesn't say.
Can you explain to me who Satan is? Is that the devil? Hello?
She must have thought it was like his girlfriend or something.
Oh, yes. Satan. And let me see. Who is this?
In her head, that's what it was.
I think, who are these people? So that is Amber. Oh, and let me explain. Amber was 18. Oh. He was 27.
Oh. She still have no eyebrows?
She was really pretty at the beginning too. And I really don't know. I mean,
it looks like she's got no eyebrows.
Let me see. Let me see if I recognize any of these people. That's what I'm saying. Like, when you see her, you're going to be like, okay, that checks.
That makes sense.
That checks.
She definitely fits the bill.
Yeah, for sure. This was part of the home. See the swastika?
Oh, that looks... Ugh.
Oh, not that one's not the swastika. That's the devil.
That's the devil.
Something. But that, like, the hoarding situation.
How could you live in that?
I truly don't know.
That's disgusting.
Like I'm saying, watch that documentary. It is. This was his basement.
That looks like it. Oh.
Yeah, this was.
It's like the house is falling apart.
Yeah, and that's why it was condemned, because it was not livable.
That's definitely not livable.
And it was all because of the things that he was doing. Oh, here's the...
Because the fact that he lived in it looking like that.
There's the door with the handwritten notice that I said.
Okay, that's a long-ass sign.
Yeah, like, who is going to read that?
Yeah, I would just not even read the first part. Like, I would just see the no and be like, okay, that's it. I'm not...
Yeah. And this was the hallway.
You can't even walk.
No.
You can't even walk.
Mm-mm. I didn't see any photos of like the animals in the cages, thankfully, because I think I probably would have
cried.
Yeah, I would have not been happy with that. But this is the backyard of the house. No, I don't want to sign up for that. Leave me alone. Just kidding. It's not gonna.
It said you must sign up.
There we go. See, it's a 2-story house. So the upstairs was clean, like the mom's room, and then like the basement part
is where he lived.
Not in the basement, but like the lower level.
Yeah.
I don't know. From the front, it looks like a 1-story, but like if you look at it from the side, it's 2. It's weird.
Yeah,
it's like built on a hill.
The top, and then you got the bottom level.
Yeah, it's built on a hill. So I don't know if
a few of the houses in North Carolina look like that.
I don't know if like the bottom part was the basement or there was actually a basement like in the ground. But like from the front, it looks like a 1-story. From the side and the back, it looks like a 2-story.
No, that would be considered like the basement bottom floor.
I would think, but
Because if it was like that, there wouldn't have been a basement. That would have been the...
And that's what I thought too. But again, that's the basement. So I don't know.
Yeah, if it looks like... If that's where he lived, yeah, that's the basement part. And it would have been like that part and then...
It may have... Because it said she went upstairs to her room... But it did say that it was like at the door of the basement. So, I mean, it's really confusing, like the way they word it. Because if she went upstairs to her room, was she downstairs in the basement? Or was she downstairs on the bottom floor and then the basement was further under? Because if she's going upstairs to something, it stands to reason there's more than one floor.
You would have to see the floor plan of that house.
Yeah, I can't see that now.
No.
It's pretty rough, and there was one where it kind of, this one maybe, where it had circled where one of the bodies was that was found.
Well, he had plenty of yard.
Yeah. And the pool that they talked about, that we talked about in the first episode, wasn't filled in. Like, there was no water. It was just like an open, empty pool. So, again, like, they did have a pool. They would stand to reason there was chlorine, but you don't have a working pool.
So
at least here.
So they could have seen there's no water in that pool.
So at least in that picture, because I did see some other pictures from his house with like him and his friends in the pool, hanging out by the side of the pool. So that could have just been something that happened later that they didn't refill it.
I mean, it's a lot of work for a pool.
Yeah, but I've seen both.
Yeah.
The pool empty and then the pool with, that. I mean, but look at him as a kid.
He's adorable little kid. Wait, what does mom look like? Oh.
She's old. She's in her 70s now. Yeah, that's Crystal.
She looks normal.
Yeah, I mean, Amber in this picture looks mostly normal also.
And then he just looks weird.
I mean, and again, he's still not unattractive.
Yeah. He just needs to clean up his scraggly little beard he's got going.
Yeah, and this was that was Josh.
Aww.
And this was Tommy. It's just a horrible story all around because it didn't give me a whole lot of information about Tommy. I tried to find information as much as I could. It didn't really, other than him wanting to go back, or they had plans that night of hanging out with the family and getting pizza and watching movies. It really didn't it didn't go into depth about him. There was more about Josh, but I think that primarily is because Stacy was so willing to talk about it. But, he's got a kid, man.
Mm-hmm.
A kid. The kid was born 2005, 2006. He's London's age.
Yeah.
18, 19 at the most. And to know now what really happened, I couldn't.
Yeah.
I feel so bad. I couldn't imagine. It's tragic. It is so sad. I know we did a lot of talking. It's probably going to be a lot of editing. Yeah, so that is part 2 of the Pazuzu Algarad case. Again, I am going to put all of these pictures that we just looked at on Facebook so you can look at them yourself. I would recommend, if you would like to see and hear more about the story, to watch The Evil You Know. It's a documentary on Amazon. It is not free, so don't come at me. Do not come at me, because I'm telling you, it's not free. You have to pay for it. So if you don't want to pay for it, don't watch it. Okay? So that's all I have. But if you would like to, you can go visit our Patreon at patreon.com/haunted and homicidal. I have talked about our Facebook. Let me pull that up because I don't know what it is.
You made it.
And I did, and I made the email. Oh, also, email. Let me talk about the email.
Oh, yeah, you have not talked about the email yet.
No, I have not.
Shame, for shame.
Well, I didn't talk about it last episode, but I've talked about it in previous episodes.
Yeah, that's true.
It is hauntedandhomicidal@gmail.com. Send us in your listener stories or anything that you would like for us to cover. We do have a significant list of haunted and true crime stuff, or paranormal and true crime stuff. So maybe yours is already on our list, and we can entertain you from there. But of course, again, if you have your own true crime or paranormal happenings and you would like to share with us, please do so. If you could just make it easy on my old eyes and our ADHD to type it up in a PDF, double-spaced, 14 point, that would be great.
you want 14 points?
Yeah, MLA style. Cite your sources. No, just kidding. Just something to make it easier for us to read.
Because she wears glasses. So
I do, and I still can't see with my glasses on. What was I looking up again?
Our Facebook page.
Oh, yeah, Facebook.
Yeah, as you can tell, as we said, our ADHD.
I don't even know if it's ADHD at this point. I think it's
just our squirrel. We're just part squirrel. We're just squirrel moments. It's our squirrel moment.
People know who we are.
Our squirrel moments.
Yeah, they need to know like ahead of time. This is what it looks like, my guys. Okay, and you can find us on Facebook at facebook.com/haunted and homicidal. That's where we're going to upload the videos, or, well,
pictures.
Not the video. Well, maybe that depends.
If we have videos. Yeah.
If we have videos. Where the pictures and stuff of the episode, where you can kind of see what we were looking at and come to your own conclusion about what was actually happening in the house. Because it is wild. But that's all I have right now. And we will see you guys next week.
Yeah. I mean, not really see you guys, but,
Close enough. I couldn't see you anyway, even if I did see you, because I can't see. So
we can see each other, but.
Yeah. We'll see you guys next week. Okay? Okay, bye.
Adios.